YouTube? What's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well as bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, I'm on a mission to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I just can't do it without you. So hit that subscribe button. You're helping a brother hit 100K, guys. We're trying to go to Colombia. We're still trying to do it, guys. I'll give you guys another Toshi coin video because I know that you guys have been all over these videos lately, and I'm loving it. So let's talk about it. But before we get into that too, I gotta let you guys know I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Don't buy anything that you see in this video. At the end of the day, you gotta go out and do your own research. Decide what you want to do with your money, guys. Okay, we're just speculating on the market, and these are again just my opinions. I'm not a pro, dude. I'm just a homie. So as you guys can see, the total market cap coming in at a 2.95. Pure Greed Index coming in at a 51, and we're starting to see a little bit of rocky road coming with Bitcoin. But are we breaking back above this 94 range, right? We did see a drop all the way down to the 93 range, and I was telling you guys that this daily candle is still not yet closed. It's still totally speculative, right? If we pull this up, we can see exactly what I'm talking about this 24-hour candle. Right now, we are in a position where we really got to close positive, right? Let's pull up some of these levels here so you guys can see what we're talking about. As you guys can see, we had a rejection earlier today off of this top Keltner channel, and now we're wondering, can we retest this level, and can we actually break out? If we can't, guys, we again might see a retest of some of these low ranges, all the way as low as 88K. I did tell you guys that, but at the same time, this daily candle has still not closed. As you guys can see from our candle chart right here, that again, 1 hour candle looking like it is about to test some key ranges right now, as well as it's looking like the 30 as well, testing some of these key ranges. Now, if we can close this 30-minute candle good, and then the next one as well, then again, maybe we are still in the game, right? Still flowing within our Keltner channel and not breaking down too far, right? It's okay for us to be a little bit down on some of these shorter term intervals, but on these longer term intervals, we got to be a little careful, right? We do know that some of these things may take a little while to play out, right? We've seen some volatility as Bitcoin has created a wedge here, right? Seen some sell off, then created another wedge, saw some sell off, and then created another wedge. And then like kind of what is happening here, right? Is Bitcoin going to start breaking down, or are we going to start printing some green? It does look like we are possibly starting to create some positive price action even at the time of this video. Now, we do know that we have some resistance also at this 95.5 range, right up here. So this is really where it's going to come in. I would expect to see some sell pressure coming in as the bears are going to fight back at this 94.5 mark right here. There they go, right? They're fighting it. Let's see actually on the 1 minute just how this fight is going, right? Wow, look at that break. Interesting. We were just talking about it. We were just talking about the fact that we need to see a break. But again, guys, 94.5 right now. These guys are going to be battling it. Let's see if the greed will start kicking. Oh, you see that? Let's go. We're not out of it, though. These guys could still bring in some shorts. There can still be more shorts. Yep, that's what I would expect right here. This is going to be some key zones. Ooh, they are fighting it. Are you guys bullish or are you bearish right now on this Bitcoin pump? Also, do you guys want me to go live today? Today might be a really good day to go live. We do know, again, that a lot of the time these fake outs happen early in the week, but they talk about the fact that we are in an uptrend now, so it's a possibility that we could possibly start building back up. Is it happening? Look at this, Bitcoin 94.62. Interesting. Are we going to start seeing some green print? Interesting. I love it, man. Never a dull moment with Bitcoin, right, guys? It's never a dull moment. As soon as you think we're breaking down, we ain't breaking down. And now, again, are we going to start seeing Bitcoin breaking up on this 1 day candle? Is our 1 day candle going to break up above these key zones, this 95 range that we've rejected off of now a couple times, 95, 96 range, right? We got to get above that, guys. We got to get above that. I think if we can do that, guys, we can retest that 98. And I think once we get to 100K, I really think we're going to see a lot of FOMO. Something about round numbers with retail, they just are attracted to them. And so I feel like 100K will be a big psychological barrier in the market if we can reclaim that. But again, there's nothing to say that that will necessarily happen yet, because these markets are, again, super speculative, right? Bitcoin still testing this 94.5 range, and again, wondering, can we have enough volume? Look at how much shorts have just came in. Look, these guys are, they're fighting it, guys. Look, this was this big red candle right here, all these shorts coming in. You know, is Bitcoin starting to break down? Or again, can we start turning up on this bad boy, right? As a matter of fact, let me pull up the RSI just to see. RSI is our relative strength index. This is what tells us kind of when we're overbought, when we're oversold. And you can kind of just see how it's trended again on the RSI, as well as how this Bollinger Band kind of rides through the middle. So you guys can see how we have corrected and rejected at certain times. That's all we look for, guys. We really are looking for patterns here and familiar things that have happened in the past, how we react when we are around this middle zone here, based off of coming off of, you know, being in this type of a territory. Or again, can we break out above this? We really got to see a breakup. But can we? Can we? Man. What am I doing? Oh, let's pull up these candle charts again. Oh my gosh, there we go. Not the hollow ones. I like the candlesticks. Some people, I mean, there's a ton of different things on here too that you guys can use, but I just use that. Oh, not this one. The other one. Too. This one's pretty cool too. I like this one too. Sometimes I like this one too because it shows a little bit more, I feel like. But again, whatever you decide to use, totally up to you. Sometimes I switch between the line chart and the bar graph as well. But you can see how we formed a wedge here. We were rejecting off of this, you know, it just kind of gives you a different look sometimes. And you can see every time we kind of form this little wedge, right? How that does, that little wedge, right? That rising wedge is bearish. A falling wedge is bullish. So, like, we could have, you know, maybe formed some kind of a wedge here, right? And then found some support down here, right? A double bottom off of this bottom Keltner channel. But the thing about these Keltner channels is sometimes it can be hard to break above them. And certain times it's harder to break above them than others, like especially if we were like trending underneath this bottom one. That's a whole video for a whole other thing. Anyway, guys, let's talk about Toshi. I'm gonna just go off on a tangent, but as you guys can see, as this confidence increases on Bitcoin, look at Toshi now coming in at 177. Are you guys bullish? Again, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you're using the word Toshi so that it pushes us in the algorithm, right? I want to see Toshi get pushed out in the algorithm. We want more content creators. I don't know if you guys have noticed, guys, but there's more and more content creators also that are talking about Toshi now. So that is awesome. I've seen some brand new faces. And again, these guys are, some of them are just getting really big on YouTube and just starting out and starting to make a name for themselves. And some of these guys already are pretty decent size. So it's good to see that these guys are talking about it. But again, that's because you guys are talking about it in the comment section of everybody's videos. So again, that kind of signals to other YouTubers, hey, people are talking about Toshi. It's showing up on their For You page. It's showing up on their homepage and on their browse features and suggested videos and stuff like that when they're watching other stuff. You know, they want to know what people are talking about. So again, we got like 560,000 people. We should have like 560,000 comments. No, I'm just kidding. But if we could just get 200 comments, guys, that would be amazing. Let's try to get this video 200 comments, and I'm going to try to get it to 200 replies as well. I got to start doing my job too, to replying to these, also using the keyword Toshi, because again, every time we're using that word, guys, it's good. Use that word when you're online, Toshi, right? As you guys can see though, we are coming up on some key resistance too here on Toshi on this top Keltner channel on the 4. Also on the 2, we are looking like we are coming up on some key resistance as well. Can Toshi coin maintain this uptrend that we've been on? It's been pretty cool sailing since this 90 million mark. But again, can we hold here? I do think again that we are making some good price action. I feel like this price action is solid. Of course, things can always change, guys. I have to throw that in there. But I'm still feeling good on this price. I still like it. I do want to get Toshi at the cheapest price possible. So even if it does decide it wants to come down, I'm not going to be anything but happy. I've been saying that even when we were at 90 million, I was saying, you know, I'm happy that I'm able to get it at this price. And guys, still, I'm happy that I'm able to get Toshi at this price because it's still like a 5x to all-time high. So maybe like a 4x, close to 4x. But some of you guys that were buying at that 90 million mark, if we go back to 800 million, that is like, that's like an 8x on your money right there. Hopefully you all have taken out your initial investment, at least some of you guys that were buying down there, hopefully somewhere along that line, you took out your initial investment, right? You're always supposed to be at least taking out that because that's going to help you also be not as emotional about these trades, right? If you're just playing with profits, you're just playing with house money, then it's not as emotional. But also, I always tell you guys too, don't be over leveraging. It's not a time to be over leveraging. It's not a time to be putting your life savings into this. I saw one other coin actually online, and it was like called House Coin or something like that. And this guy's talking about like how he sold his house for House Coin because the housing market's going to crash. And I'm like, wow, that's not smart at all. Guys, don't do stupid stuff like that. Don't even look into House Coin, by the way. That is totally a scam. I pretend I didn't mention it, but I just had to mention that just because I saw it today and I thought that was, again, totally crazy. But again, guys, you shouldn't be doing crazy stuff like selling your house, maxing out credit cards, taking out new credit cards, going into debt for cryptocurrency. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. You just need to be patient. And again, just invest as you could afford to do it if that's what you decide to do as a result of your research. But if you're doing enough research on this stuff, then you should feel good enough about it. You should feel like it has enough future for you to, again, be making modest buy orders when you guys are buying. Again, guys, do not over leverage. Don't over leverage. You're gonna have a bad experience in cryptocurrency. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. If you're putting money into this game, like your rent money and stuff like that, I promise you guys, you will not have a good time in this. If you just do responsible things with your money, like, again, if I make, and I can't tell you guys how to manage your portfolio, what to do with your money, but I'm just saying personally, myself, if I get, $1, I put 20 cents into different investments, maybe it might not all even be crypto. Maybe some of it might be stocks, other things that I want to invest in that I'm long on. But I live off the other 80% and I'm not stressed out because I'm not, again, over leveraged. And I don't know who I'm talking to with that, but somebody needs to hear this because they have been going through a lot on this dip. And again, I don't want to see you guys have a negative feeling towards crypto. And I feel like a lot of people get negative feelings towards crypto because they're new to trading and they get in with a lot of money. Maybe it's the first time you've ever seen yourself be up in anything. Like you tried other businesses and you never bought into something and seen a gain, but you don't actually make money also until you lock in profits too. Some of you guys were locking in profits up at the top up here. And I don't think that that's totally crazy, especially after your coin goes up so much, right? So again, if you're buying at the 90 million mark, and we're up already close to 100%, I mean, do what you want with your money, but at the same time, just recognize that you're kind of up double. A lot of you guys that weren't at like 90 million. So, we might see some sell off at some of these levels just because some of these guys that were down here might even be taking profits. I don't think that that's crazy. I do definitely recommend taking profits along the way because especially your initial, right? So at some point you should have an exit strategy on this stuff. Even though I'm long on stuff, I have stuff that I buy and I just keep a moon bag of too. I am definitely, again, long on Toshi. Do not like take away from the fact that I'm long on Toshi. I'm just saying, do not be so emotional because you're over leveraged. And I know a lot of you guys sold at the bottom because you were over leveraged and now you regret it. So again, I just don't want to see people keep continuously making the same mistakes. I've done it in the past. We've all made these mistakes in the past. We learn from these mistakes. But again, guys, we're only investing money that we can afford to lose. We're not gambling our rent money, not our car, not our house, right? We don't want our wives to divorce us because of Toshi, right? Or any of these coins, because of Bitcoin or anything, because of crypto at all. So again, guys, just make sure that you're being responsible with your money. In my opinion, again, Toshi coin is looking pretty solid right now. We'll see if we could see a breakout, because if we could break above this right here, then we could see this price really start to pump. But also just got to be a little cognizant of a possible wedge. Again, I feel like that's forming just because Bitcoin looking a little funky. Sometimes that makes the rest of the market look a little bit funky. But again, in my opinion, Toshi coin rocking and rolling up 24% even within the last 7 days. So again, congratulations to all you guys that have been riding this out. I do think that we are getting close to it, guys. Even if this does need to correct down more with Bitcoin, maybe again, it does need to see a retest of some of these lower levels, like that 88 range or something like that. Doesn't necessarily mean that the chart's totally broken down, but it does mean that we could possibly see some cheaper prices. Again, I don't know that that's going to happen. We're retesting some of these ranges right now, but you can see too, even on some of these candles, they're starting to roll in with the short. So we'll see. It's going to be a fight. It's definitely going to be a fight. Like I said, every 30-minute candle that opens, each one of these candles, guys, represents 30 minutes, right? So this is what's happened in the last 30 minutes. A lot of buy orders, a lot of longs, right? And then we start getting up here against this resistance, and we saw a wall of shorts, right? So now we're going to open up another 30-minute candle. And again, we just got to stay above this second Keltner channel in this situation. And we want to start trending back up towards some of these levels of resistance, retesting those and seeing if we could, again, close this daily candle. This daily candle also represents the day. We could still close this green, right? But we do know also that the market's about to close literally in about an hour and a half. So the stock market, I go by the stock market because I feel like the stock market also kind of pointing in which direction. But I want to also talk about that because I just shared something. As a matter of fact, oh, let me click on it right here. This is the post. Cramer. Everybody knows Jim Cramer. If you guys don't know Jim Cramer, he's always wrong. And I feel like he does it on purpose, but I don't know. But he's basically saying that a recession in the next 6 months due to tariffs is very likely. I would say 90% chance. So what he's really saying, I feel like, is there's a 90% chance that there's no recession in the next 6 months and that we've possibly seen a bottom. So again, Kramer's feeling bullish on it. This dude also does not know the future, just like nobody knows the future. Don't let anybody ever tell you guys exactly where Bitcoin's going to go or exactly where anything's going to go. We don't know where anything's going to go. Markets are totally speculative. And that's why, again, we're being responsible, right? So again, I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I still feel good about 2025. I've been saying that. I also did say earlier today that I feel like a retest of 88K would not be totally crazy. But again, we're still rounding out this pattern. We're still creating higher lows. We still have a double bottom. So even if we touch this right here, we're still falling within the Keltner channel. That's like 3 or 4 things that would still be bullish, even if we drop down to 88K. And so again, I would be looking for things at cheaper prices in a time like this. But that's just me, guys. I'm not a professional. I'm just a homie, just giving you some food for thought. At the end of the day, you got to go out and do your research. And yeah, don't make any buying decisions based off of this. Also, guys, if you have not yet joined into the Patreon, join us on Patreon, guys. You could tap into my Telegram. I'd be in the Telegram. You could ask me questions. We could talk about trading. It's a place for, you know, just talking about crypto and stuff like that, but not a place for financial advice either. It's a good place to maybe if you want to hear about if your contract looks a little bit sketchy, or again, hey Jay, I'm just curious about this trading stuff. Like, can you help me out with this trading stuff? It's just a place, again, you get some one-on-one. A lot of people have asked me, you know, Jay, can you create some kind of thing where I can get one-on-one and learn how to do this trading stuff? Well, I created the Patreon, so I wouldn't be like charging you guys like hundreds of dollars, and I only charge like $10 for the Patreon. So again, check out the Patreon. You get tapped into the Telegram also. A lot of people in there that are very knowledgeable. That Telegram has been around for like 6 years now, guys. So if you're not yet in that, get in that. A lot of those guys, again, have made a ton of money in crypto. They make money on the swings. A lot of those guys are making money, just been hodling. And again, just I learn a lot from those guys too. I'm hearing about projects and stuff and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, guys, again, we're not making financial decisions in there. We're just, you know, doing our research. There's also a bot in there that will read your contracts for you too, but that's not 100% also. It's about maybe like 90%. But at the end of the day, again, it's just an extra way to do your research. So trying to find more tools also to add for you guys. I got a ton of stuff too that I'm adding into the Patreon right now. So again, get in there while you can get in there, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.